Hello, my name is Marco Rubel. I'm excited to send you this video, and my friend Mike Warren asked me to do a short webinar with you guys and share with you some strategies that I do in our business today. So the other day, Mike and I were on the phone, right, and we're talking about the business, and when I shared with him what we do, the strategies that we use in our business to make a lot of money, he was like, Marco, you have to share this with my subscribers. So I decided to do it. So let me tell you first thing, guys, this business is easy once you have the right strategy and the right system. Now let me show you a short clip where people are walking in my office, this office and my conference room, and deeding houses to me. Look at this. They walk in and basically they're just signing over the houses. Here's you're gonna see my partner who used to be my student, and we're just getting deeds left and right. And then my notary comes in, my assistant, and she notarizes it, and that's done. This couple signs one house, and my assistant notarizes it. Guys, as you see, this is not hard once you have the right system and the right strategy. And that's what I'm going to share with you in the upcoming webinar. I'm going to share with you two strategies. Not for some of you who are thinking, oh, you got to have an office. Let me tell you, no, you don't. I closed more deals in the mailbox, etc., in the Burger King and in the Starbucks than in my office. So you don't need an office for that, and I'll tell you the secret, what you need on the webinar. Now, let me tell you about two strategies I'll share with you. How many of you know that the short sales are very profitable, could be very profitable? You know that, right? Now, there's a problem. Freddie Mac just came up on the website, they say that the way we do short sales, they're saying that that's a fraud. So, you know what? A lot of title companies, escrow companies are getting scared and they don't want to close simultaneous closing using transactional funding. So we have to find a way around it. Now, it's getting even worse because some lenders are putting that into their approval letters. I have an approval letter here, one recent approval letter, and let me tell you what it says. It says, if the closing agent has any knowledge of any sale or transfer of the property within 30 days of this transaction, closing agent must immediately notify lender prior to closing, funding, or recording. You know what that means? If you paying off the short selling lender with the transactional funding and then selling it to your buyer immediately, they should tell the short selling lender right away, and they should not do it. That is a problem. That can kill the business. Guess what? I have a solution. I have a workaround which actually simplifies the whole process and makes it easier. I'll share with you that on the webinar. Second thing I'll share with you is the strategy where you're actually getting paid to buy a property. I have a small clip that I'll play so you can see it, but before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm not going to go into my story because I wanted to make this video very short, so I'm going to tell you only two things. First one is, I've been in this business for over a decade full-time, have bought and sold hundreds of houses and made millions in the recent years, and all I can tell you is this business is great. This is the best business, and this is the time in history when you should not be worrying about bills, worrying about losing a job, or maybe worrying about finding another job. Rather, you should go out, take action, and change your life because you have the great opportunity. You live in the best country in the world. That's the one thing I want to tell you. The second thing I want to tell you is, as you noticed, I have an accent. And why am I telling you this? Because if I can do it, you can do it. I came to this country when I was 26, and now I'm 40, in my early 40s. So all I can tell you is when I started, I had no money, I didn't speak English, and I had no credit. My credit wasn't bad, it was non-existing. So if I can do this, what can you do? I'm sure you speak better English than me. All what you need is the right strategy, the right system, and it's easy. Now, let's look at the following clip where you will see another strategy that I'm going to talk about in the upcoming webinar where sellers will pay you to buy their house. Now, imagine you walking out of the closing next week or 2 weeks from now with a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 check in your hand before you even sell the house. That's what I'm talking about. So watch this short video and I'll be right back. Just want to prove you one more thing to tell you, to really not even think about if you guys are going to go out and do it. There are people out there that will pay you to buy their house. You understand that? Those people are not in foreclosure. If someone is in foreclosure, they don't have money to pay you, right? But there's a lot of motivated sellers because transfer, divorce, illness, whatever, who have perfect credit. They would write you a check to get rid of the house quickly, and you will buy it way below market. You understand what I'm talking about? Tim, is Tim in the room? Oh, his wife is pushing him. Come on, shy boy. Come on, shy boy. He says, no, I'm not raising my hand. And she's going like, he's here, he's here. Tim, please, I'm not going to put you on the spot. I just want you to kind of step here and tell just people how you found what the guy came to you, how much money he paid you, how you just got the buyer, what $9,000 down, and just tell so people have an idea.
This come from actually a Inspired listing that
closer,
had a customer who was trying to sell their house, and it's been about maybe 6 or 7 months that they had their house on the market. So they received actually one of my letters from the Profit Grab that we campaigned to them. And I met with them, and they were so frustrated with their agent, and because they couldn't get the proper response that they wanted. But to make a long short story short, they actually was kind of over leveraged, and I said, well, the best deal that I can do is actually buy your house maybe at 80% or a little bit lower, and they accepted that price. And what they had to do, they had to come to the table at least about $17,000 in order for me to buy their house, and they did do that. And yeah.
Do you guys believe that? You see that? Yeah. So they wrote him a check. Now, when you calculate everything, how much did you pay for the house percentage-wise?
It was about maybe 79%.
He bought a house at 79% using how much of your money?
Nothing. I didn't use any of my money.
Did you use your credit?
No, sir. None of my credit.
He didn't use credit. He didn't use any money. No money, no credit. And he put in his pocket, I saw the check, 13, 14 grand, and then you got another check.
Right.
He even made a mistake. Seller wrote him a check for like 14 grand, and then he went back and said to seller after the closing, because he forgot to check a couple things, oh, I need another 1,500 or 2,000. And what he did?
Yes, he paid me that difference.
He paid him the difference.
The wife knows exactly the amount. So
what happened here? He got 15,000 up front.
This is subject to. That's correct.
Yeah, 15,000 up front, another 9 from the buyer. How much money did he make up front? 24 grand. Isn't that great? You actually get paid by the sellers to buy a house. Now remember, those sellers are not in foreclosure, they're not broke, they care about their credit, but they want to sell the house and they don't have a lot of equity. Now, let me tell you something else. So the right strategy, you will have that, I'll share with that, I'll go over everything in the upcoming webinar, everything. And then also what you need is the system. Because many of you have busy lives, and you, quite frankly, you want to spend time with your family and friends, not actually dealing with this business. So the business has to be automated. I'll share with you the system how to automate the whole business and spend 2 hours per deal. How many hours? 2 hours per deal. Sounds too good to be true? Let's listen to a following clip where a nice couple, beautiful people, what they did is they got retired from a major airline, and they were basically living a good life. One day, the airline went bankrupt, and they lost their pension. Then, they actually met me. I shared the system with them. They went out and did 3 deals, made over $100,000, and listen how many hours they spent per every deal. Listen carefully.
And I can remember vividly. I can remember this so well. Last year, Marco said it takes two or three hours to do a deal. Buying and selling a deal. And I'm thinking, Marco, that's your standard. We'll never get there. I'm here to tell you that between the time allotted to buying our houses and the time allotted to selling them, we had no more than 2.5 hours invested. Now, that's not because we're very smart. It's just because we know the system. And
2 hours per deal, because they had the system. You will have it too. So the only thing you should remember at this point is the following. Set up a reminder so you don't forget about that webinar. Take your phone, go to your Outlook or whatever you do, set up a reminder so you don't forget, because next day you're going to wake up and say, oh my God, I forgot the webinar yesterday. And then it's over, right? So make sure when you register, then after that, set up a reminder. I'll see you on the webinar, and I promise you, it'll be worth your time. Take care now.